Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brad, and welcome back to Screaminpirate EDC. Today we're going to do another Plunder or Plank. More prototypes, guys. You know I love them, and I love to show them to you early so you can make decisions on these knives before they're released. But before we get into all of that, few announcements. Links in the description are to all my affiliates, including Amazon, everything I use in the review. Also, coming soon, I think they may not have dropped yet, this is the new coin from my buddy over at Detail Pirate. So very, very neat coin. Also, because I know you guys sometimes ask me, my wrist check for today, I am rocking my Manta Triumph with my strap from Artem Straps. Now I have a review on the Artem strap, great stuff. Mantas are fantastic. I really like this watch. I end up wearing it a lot. All right, guys, so what are we looking at today? It is the XL Thug from WE Knives. Well, let's go ahead and get into the review, and let's take a closer look at the XL Thug. All right, guys, so as usual, stats on the screen. I typically don't go over them in depth. They're just numbers. I like more of what I feel about the knife and what I've experienced with it. But when talking about the stats, blade is at a 3.3, just over 3.25, 4.5 inch handle, so fits nice and well in hand. But the real stat that got me here, guys, the titanium is 4.7 ounces. The carbon fiber, 4.05. Big difference in hand, really is. You don't think it, and then you hold them both and you're like, wow, that's a big difference. So I just wanted to point that stat out to you guys. Typically I don't talk too much about that. Now let's go and have a close-up of the knife and talk about some of the things we're seeing here. So we do have a compound grind, which is something I know Matthew Christensen loves, the designer of this knife. It is based off of his custom. Now, the regular Thug, the smaller one, I think had a small recurve in the blade. I didn't love that, but it was also a compound grind just like this. This grind is awesome. They went with that same like scratch finish on the stonewash. It looks phenomenal on the tie. And that hollow ground on the flat and then out of the tip, you know, on that like tanto section out there, having that full flat really allows for a lot of good piercing strength. Really like that. Studs are the same as they were before. Fantastic. I liked those studs. Other than that, it's just a bigger knife. And you would think that wouldn't mean much. It does to me. Well, guys, obviously, you know, I do like the knife. I really do. I want to do some size comparisons because stats are stats. I want you guys to see some knives that maybe you have handled or seen before so you kind of get an understanding of what we're looking at size-wise. So first up, the closest in size that I have on my table is going to be, here we are, I believe this is the Giant Mouse Ace Grand. So there you go, next to each other. Very similar actually in overall size. If you like the Grand, you're probably gonna like the XL Thug. Next in size, and one that I was surprised, and all of these, I'm trying to go for a little more overbuilt guys, you know, a little more like, you know, use your knife kind of thing. Spyderco Shaman. Again, very similar. I was surprised. So if you like the Shaman, maybe try out the XL Thug. So let me set him down. Next up, let's take a look at, yeah, I like opening that one upside down because I can. This is going to be the Something Obscene Company J-Cape. So both of these have that hollow ground and flat ground. I wanted you guys to see that next to each other. A lot of people like the J-Cape, and this is very similar in size. After that, we're going to jump up again in price, but once again, hard use folders. This is going to be the brand new, and I'm in love with it, Hinderer Clips Flipperless. There you go, right next to each other. And then finally, my favorite overbuilt knife, and I don't know that it'll ever be dethroned purely because of what's on it. This is the Spartan Harzy. Now, obviously smaller than a Harzy. Harzy is a big knife. right, guys, all those are down. Let me shut those so I don't accidentally cut myself while I'm on camera. So have all those down, talked about the difference between the two. But before I talk about any of my normal stuff, I want to talk about sound, because the sound on these is actually quite phenomenal. So this is the titanium. You know, really nice sounding, guys, like really nice sounding. The carbon fiber has this beautiful echo to it, in my opinion. Really nice, really nicely done. Now, I don't know if I touched on this already, guys. These are prototypes. It's even stamped on the blade. These are prototypes. These are not the production models, but I don't think anything's going to change last time I talked to Matthew. So these are basically what you're going to get. Now, release date. These are going to be expected end of year, so end of 2022. As far as what you're looking at price-wise, they're going to be under $300. They are a wee knife. They're not, you know, the integral, which they had, which was over $300. You know, it's going to be right in that nice, comfortable $200 to $300 that they usually bring stuff out at. Let's go and start with everything else then, guys. Ergonomics. So I wear a large glove. Okay, hammer grip, can extend my thumb out. There's a reverse grip. Look at all that flat back there. Really nice. Really, really like that I can extend my thumb out. Because there's no jimping back here, it's fine because everything kind of grips your hand here. I can really extend my thumb out if I want to. I really like that. Speaking of ergonomics, my biggest complaint about the Thug, and I talked to Matthew about this, was the clip. The clip was a little bit sharp. So you would bear down on that knife really, really hard, and you'd get a spot in your palm where the upswept would dig in. Well, there's not one. Clip is nice, guys. It's nice, it's chamfered, you know, it works really well in and out of pocket. I've had no problems with it. It's great. Really like the clip. The other thing of note here, and I believe this is the same on the Thug, the over travel stop is actually the oversized pivot. So I really like that they did that. I think that's really cool. I really, really do. I think more people should do that. You know, it's kind of a cool stylistic choice. Now, ergonomics. Out of the way, how about deployment? Well, thumb stud, reverse flick, because it studs on both sides. Thumb stud, reverse flick. Now for all my lefties out there, it's one side, okay? Right hand side, tip up only. But I know that typically means on frame locks that you can't open it. But because of the way this is set, there's my thumb flick, guys. Reverse, I can't reverse flick, but my thumb flick I can do, okay? So lefties, don't shy away from this if you're okay with just open it, you know, with a simple thumb flick like that. After that, chamfering, everything's great. Clip is really good. I really like how rounded everything is. Even in the spot right up in here where there's usually not a whole lot of jimping, it's nice, or jimping, guys, not chamfered, it's nice and chamfered, really well done. I like everything there. Also to note, there is a lanyard loop area, but it's not a hole through the handle, which I prefer. Now, Torx bit sizes. Once again, Amazon affiliate has these exact bits that I use for everything. If I remember correctly, these should be T8s and T6s all around. Might be all T8s. So my pivot, T8. Hey, I was right. Body screws are T8. Detent screw is T8. And the kicker, thumb stud screws are T8. Full T8 all around. I really like to see that. A little more robust, and it is not going to strip on you as easy. All right, guys, so we already talked about these being hollow in one spot and flat in the other. Awesome, love it. Now, this is a Tanto. I don't know if you'd call it like an American-style Tanto, maybe, but it does have a definite transition where it comes up and definitely transitions up here on the blade, okay? It is not dead straight. There is a curve out there at the tip. Finally, guys, I said it before, I'll say it again, in and out of pocket, phenomenal. The way this clip is upswept right at the tip and has all of this space, just glides in and out of the pocket. Fantastic. Really like that about it. All right, guys, I'm gonna stop gushing now over this knife. It's 100% a Plunder. It's going in the collection. I want one. I like it. It's really cool. And honestly, it's just a great knife. I think this is as good as anything else I showed you against it. I really do. And I think, you know, at the price point it's going to come in at, it's really going to be an excellent offering. I love the lines on it. I love this symmetry where, you know, the back end matches the blade. It's great. I really, really like it. Also, not that I need to show this, but it does. Okay. It cuts. Just great knives, guys. I really, really like them. Pick your poison between tire, carbon fiber. Both are excellent. If you want less weight, obviously pick the carbon fiber. All right, guys. Well, with all that being said, affiliate links in the description. Don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.